But first, winner of 5 straight fights at 155, Jim Miller is well positioned for his shot at the lightweight title. Standing in his way tonight, Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is a flashy phenom who has been spectacular thus far in his brief UFC career. Jim Miller is as steady as they come, and he's won 5 in a row in the sport's toughest division. Tonight, it's one of the most intriguing showdowns of 2010.
Tonight's fight, I'm just going out there and trying to do the same thing I always do, make my opponent look bad, make him look like he's having an off night. You know, people are gonna lose a little bit of the hype behind Charles after tonight.
Jim Miller é um dos melhores caras no 5-5. Ele nunca perdeu, por ser nunca foi finalizado. Eu vou tentar ser um dos primeiros a finalizar ele.
At just 21 years old, Brazil's Charles Oliveira is the UFC's youngest fighter, and also one of its most charismatic when it comes to delivering exciting fights. Tonight, after finishes of Darren Elkins and Efrain Escudero, he looks to do the same to Jim Miller.
Na minha cabeça eu sei que eu tenho 3 rounds para ganhar dele. Depende ele no primeiro, no segundo. Se não corte de posição, não tem pressa. Tem 3 rounds.
Jim Miller has just completed his 2nd year in the UFC, and he's got a lot to be proud of, with wins in 7 of 8 fights, including victories over Matt Wyman, Mac Danzig, and Gleison Tibau that have put him in prime position for a move into title contention.
I'm always looking for that submission. That's where I get my rush inside the octagon. Going to decisions just doesn't excite me. I'm gonna lock something up on him and make him quit. You know, take his arm home or choke him out.
Joe, you want to talk unlimited potential? 21 years old. Already 2 wins, both earning submission of the night inside the octagon. 14-0 in his mixed martial arts career, Charles Oliveira.
Well, you know, the 2 fights that we've seen him in the octagon were absolutely spectacular. The Darren Elkins fight just fought off his back brilliantly. And then, of course, in the Efrain Escudero fight, Efrain took it into the 3rd round, but as soon as Oliveira got a hold of him, he got his back, strangled him standing up, and wound up tapping him. Just showed incredible stand-up in that fight as well, which we didn't get to see in the Elkins fight. His Muay Thai is brilliant. His jiu-jitsu is on top of the food chain. And here's the thing about this kid. He's only getting better, and he doesn't even struggle to make 155. He's a natural 155. He walks around at that weight class. Really, really talented young man.
Weighed in, Joe, at 153 pounds. He's one of these new generation of Brazilian fighters. Ridiculous strikers who use their Brazilian jiu-jitsu if needed. But it's often not needed because they're ridiculous strikers.
Well, his striking is so good, he doesn't worry about going to the ground because of his jiu-jitsu. So he just throws with abandon. He doesn't have to worry about being taken down because when he gets taken down, he's very comfortable. We saw that in the Elkins fight. I mean, his technique off his back was so sharp. And, you know, this is one of those kids, every time you see him, you're going to see an advancement. You're going to see improvement. And I can't wait to see him tonight because Jim Miller is just the type of hard-nosed veteran that's going to push this kid. We're going to find out what he's really made of tonight.
Charles Oliveira said, and I quote, "Mr. Miller comes to fight. We will make a great fight tonight. He has never been finished, only lost decisions. I'm going to try to finish him this evening in Montreal." 21-year-old Charles Oliveira. Jim Miller, one of the top contenders in the UFC's lightweight division. Born in Sparta, New Jersey, comes into the octagon tonight on a 5-fight win streak. In fact, his only UFC loss came to Gray Maynard, who was fighting for the title against Frankie Edgar. Jim Miller, 18-2 in his mixed martial arts career, 9 career victories by submission.
Excellent off of his back, very, very good submissions, tough as hell standing up, real good striking, and he used that striking with the Mark Bocek fight, he used that striking in the Gleison Tibau fight, and he used that striking more importantly in the
losses to Edgar and Maynard, 8-fight win streak earlier in his mixed martial arts career. It's a job that he loves to compete, and would love to get his shot at the UFC lightweight title. Jim Miller, 7-1 inside the octagon.
Another thing he may have going for him in this fight is that he's bigger. He's a bigger man. He has to cut weight to make 155. That may help him, or it may hurt him, depending on the type of pace that Charles Oliveira puts on him.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. The American 27, the Brazilian 21. There you see 153.5 for Oliveira, who has the reach advantage. With the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 14 wins, no losses, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 153.5 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 18 wins, 2 losses, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Whippany, New Jersey, Jim Miller. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee. Lightweight battle between Jim Miller and Charles Oliveira. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
You ready? You ready, son? Let's go, fight.
Here we go. Head kick right away. White trunks for Oliveira, red for Miller, the southpaw.
And he shoots for a single.
Spinning away is Miller. There's that head kick again. So quick.
The inside leg kick.
And again the head kick, Joe.
And Miller's looking to take him down now. And he's got him down, but he's got the leg. He's got his neck here. Yeah, Miller's got to be very careful. As he turns the corner here, he's got to be very careful.
Jim Miller, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Jamie Cruz. Earned his black belt this July. And he's free. Now the arm, though.
And Oliveira attacking from his back.
Which you talked about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, his technique is brilliant. I mean, they say he's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he looks a lot better than that to me, the way he moves.
Unlimited potential for this kid. You talked about that Miller is the bigger fighter, Joe. He'd like to overpower him, bust him down a little bit in this position.
He's just got to be really careful with his technique here. As Oliveira controls his left arm, he's looking to try to slap a triangle on him, and those legs will come up quickly. Just as they come up quickly to kick, he's going to throw him up quickly to try to submit him as well.
Submission of the night against Efrain Escudero. Submission of the night of Elkins. And he's looking for another one here.
He's got to look out for the triangle as well. Miller's in trouble here, Mike. And he's out of it.
Now, yeah.
The kid's legs are like arms, man. Now he's attacking the leg.
Crazy busy.
Yeah, he just keeps going, you know? He just chains one thing into next. Oh, and he took him down. Look, he's going for a leg lock.
Big shots to the body.
Jim's got it out.
Jim Miller submits Charles Oliveira.
Oh, man! Wow!
Oliveira was punishing the body, trying to get Miller to let go.
Oh, Miller's not going to let go. You can hit Miller in the body with a hammer, he's not going to let go.
Let's see the finish.
That is a huge feather in Jim Miller's cap. Now check this out. Now what happened was Oliveira attacks the leg, but Jim Miller recognized that he left his own leg open, grabs a hold of it, and Oliveira, what he should have done is push off with his leg. He should have pushed his right leg onto the arm to try to free his foot. But instead, he tried to punch, and look at that. That's a nasty knee bar, too. The angle's very dangerous. One more look at this. He's punching. The correct technique is to use his right foot and try to kick those legs free, or try to kick the hands free, rather. But he decided to punch the body instead, and he paid for it.
Jim Miller wins his 6th straight UFC fight with the official decision, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 59 seconds of the very first round. Due to a tap out from the knee bar, the winner is Jim Miller!
Huge victory tonight for Jim Miller.
All right, I'm in with Jim Miller. Jim Miller, that was brilliant, man. He went for your leg, you turned it around on him and submitted his. Let's take a look at it, man, because that was some outstanding jiu-jitsu technique there.
Thank you very much. You know, I think a lot of people underestimated coming into this fight. Charles is a tough kid, got a ton of potential, but you know, I'm one of the best in the world.
Were you surprised in this position that he didn't use his right foot to try to free his leg?
You know, it did happen too fast, you know, but I just wanted to go out there and prove a point.
Well, you proved a point. You locked it up. You got a nasty angle on it. You tapped one of the most promising kids in the division. Congratulations.
Thank you. I want my shot, Joe.
You deserve a shot.
I want my shot.
I hear you. Let's hear it for Jim Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
Hard to argue. 6-fight win streak, 8-1 at 155 in his UFC career. Jim Miller.
Right here. We want